Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're back on the G80 today. We're gonna do a variety of things. First off, I wanna see if the car makes any more power by doing the dealer break-in or the break-in service at 1,200 miles. Once that's out of the way, we're filling this car up on 85. We got port injection installed. Mike at Evolution of Speed hooked me up with a port injection kit for the car to test it out and just give him some feedback on it. We're not using AIC, we're not using JB4 to control the fueling on that. We're doing our Microsquirt fuel controller. It's what I like. It's the only way really to make these cars run perfectly, in my opinion, with port injection, whether it's my 1,200 horsepower F80 or a G80 with just bolt-ons. Doing the Microsquirt, in my opinion, is the best option. So that's already installed and wired. I'll show you guys right now sort of what a port injection rail looks like. So it has 6 extra injectors on it, which lets you throw more fuel at the car and run 85 or even a lot more boost on race gas or something. The JB4 just adds boost, no fuel. So this will actually add a lot of fuel. So now I can add idle, light load, and wide open throttle, add fuel to run full 85. So let's get this on a dyno, see what it makes with the most recent JB4 tweaks on pump gas, then try the dealer break-in, then fill it up at 85, and turn it up. Before we make any dyno hits, we need to put the car into dyno mode. So now I'm gonna show you guys how we do that. Close the driver's door. Not sure if that's required, but it's something I always do. We're gonna triple click the ignition button right here. Whole cluster turns on, and you're gonna hold the BC button on the stalk right here. I'm gonna keep holding that. We'll show you what the dashboard does. Now we have this new menu. You're gonna press a BC button to get down to chassis dyno. Then I hold the button for a few seconds. It says start dyno mode, DSC off. A lot of people say that you need to put the car into DSC off first. I don't think I have to do that, so I just press it once quickly, again the DSC button, and it goes into dyno mode. Every other BMW, like F series, everything, it doesn't matter, you don't need dyno mode. This car, you need dyno mode. It will limit power, make you clear codes, all these weird things. So after finding out these little weird tweaks and kinks I have in this car, I'm gonna run it right now in comfort mode with no tune, JB4 off. Comfort mode and then sport mode to see the difference, because comfort mode keeps throttle open and sport mode always closes throttle. Then I'm gonna do the break-in under the same menu to see if doing the dealer break-in actually adds power. And once we're done with all that BS, then 85. So let's do some dyno hits. Made power-wise last time. Right now the car made 466 wheel horsepower, 2 hits back to back. Something that's super interesting in my opinion at least, is that on this car, when we go ahead and I put this car in Sport Plus mode, all the data logs show me the car runs like 40-50% throttle. On the dyno sheet it looks great. When you're actually driving the car, it feels slower. When you turn the boost up with the JB4, running 40-50% throttle at 15 pounds boost like stock compared to 20-21 with the JB4, when you're at the higher boost level, it actually reduces boost in the intake manifold, and sometimes can even throw codes from the difference. So the solution I've been doing, I actually have been running the car in comfort mode all the time. I never put it in Sport Plus because with the JB4 it would severely reduce power and be significantly slower. It was the difference between ripping tires in second gear or dead hooking. And it wasn't just like it was modulating throttle for traction, it was legitimately killing power. Boost in the intake manifold was down from 20 pounds to 15. And the charge pipe would be my 20-pound target. So I don't know if that's related to the break-in mode. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the break-in. I'm gonna show you guys how to do the break-in, which you probably shouldn't be doing. And then once we do this break-in, I'm gonna data log it again and see if it fixes the throttle closing in Sport Plus. You gotta start with triple clicking the ignition on, and then we're gonna hold down the BC button again, like last time. You don't wanna hold it forever. I don't know the exact amount of time. Probably like the 7 to 8 second range. Once you hold it for long enough, you'll get to this menu. Where it brings me the break-in service, reset possible, I'm gonna hold down the button on that. It's gonna give you a question mark, reset. Hold it down again, like let it go, hold it down again for a long time. So now I did the break-in service without the break-in service on my car. Still do the break-in service at 1200, the fluid change. All right, now let's see if that fixes the throttle closure in sport mode. Doing the break-in, at least the break-in on that, if it's the same thing the dealer does, did absolutely nothing for the throttle closure and absolutely nothing for the power. So I'm not going to show you guys those two dyno hits, sort of kind of useless. I turned the J4 on, we are back to the 520 horsepower range, but check out the difference between comfort and sport mode now. You're going to see the powers within 10 wheel horsepower, just little spikes differences, but you're talking about a huge difference in torque. The green line right here is with the car in comfort mode. These gains all through here, all through mid-range, so about 20, 30 wheel torque everywhere in comfort mode with boost up. So I guess if your car's stock, you're okay with Sport Plus, even though the throttle's always closed and it shifts way more dead because of it, even with the manual. For me, I drive the car in comfort, I will keep doing comfort. So 518 wheel is the best I'm seeing right now with the JB4 Map 2, ran in Map 3. Didn't really do anything different. So now it's 85 time. Time to actually turn it up. And mind you, I've gone 8.2, 6130 so far consistently with the car at 520 wheels. So if this car makes 650 or something crazy, we're gonna see what it does. We're gonna get 85 in the car now. As you saw before, probably it's like 30 miles till empty. So we have 10 gallons of 85 going in. I'm gonna flash a Microsquirt. I mean, it's not just a set it and forget it right now, because on this car I haven't done just this yet. So take a little bit of tweaking to get the fueling dialed in. And then from there, we turn the boost to the moon. So I made a few changes. We got the Microsquirt relatively set up. So car starts, idles, drives great. Pretty simple process for me since I've done so many of them, but car needs spark plugs. So maybe on pump gas, okay. Maybe even on like E30 would be okay. When I say okay, I don't like adding boost. Adding boost and relying on the factory to use one thing. Changing fuels and having the fuel trims almost maxed out on the edge is not safe in my opinion, because if O2 stops reading, the car will be lean and damage something. That's why I went ahead with this, as mentioned before. So the car, by adding a lot more fuel, is blowing out the spark, you could say. It's just the spark plug gap on the OEM plugs is too large. So we're gonna rip out the OEM plugs right now, throw in some NGKs, and then turn it back up. So it's spark plug time. So Dana's gonna rip out the old ones. I'm gonna gap these in the meantime for time frame reasons. If you guys need spark plugs, we'll have a link below for pre-gap plugs for B58, whatever you need, S58. Makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to worry about it. But we're gonna rip the old ones out, put the new ones in, torque them correctly, and then turn back up. So we got the old plugs out. They look like pretty standard B58, S58 plugs. 8 heat range, just like the ones we sell and we run in all the B58 cars. Tiny difference in them, but nothing that anyone will ever realize or affect. Depth's the same, heat range the same. So they're already, we just gapped them all. We're gonna throw them right back in and make some more hits. So just by putting 85 in the car, no boost changes, map 2, car gained 50 wheel horsepower more. 569 wheel horsepower, 556 wheel torque. I'll throw in a baseline number for you to get to. 100 wheel horsepower for stock, 130 wheel torque. Now the fun part, boost needs to go to the moon. All right guys, so I'm done dynoing this car. It makes 670 wheel horsepower. I'm gonna show you guys stock, pump gas, and then now the 85 tune. So once again, talking about 200 wheel horsepower, 200 wheel torque on the dot, gained on this G80 behind me. So I don't know about you guys, I'm loving this car so far. It has port injection and a JB4 and a little bit of RK sauce. And it's making crazy power. An F80 would need turbos to do this. If you guys want to see more of this car, be sure to subscribe. I'm not done with this car yet. So there's a lot more you guys are gonna see on this car. But right now I gotta go Drift Week. We have the Drift F80 that we built, we're gonna be running at Drift Week. So I have a flight to catch in a little while. I'm gonna leave this for now. We'll do some 6130 testing after this on my way home. I hope to go really fast. If I do, you'll see at the end of this video. I'm gonna be doing a little something special. I hope you guys are excited to see it. We're gonna be doing a giveaway. I'm not really gonna say what car it is yet. You guys can think about it and guess below what car you think I'm gonna be giving away. It's gonna be crazy. So on my way home, I was like, let me do a 6130 hit real quick and see what I can do. I don't have a GoPro set up, but full interior, obviously, guys. You know the deal. First try. I'm gonna go to the screen record thing, but you can't see it really. 7.0 6130. The next fastest was a 7.6, I think, which is an automatic car. I'm out here shifting this thing to a 7.0. I wish I had more time. I don't. I'm gonna park at my house for the next 2-3 weeks. I'm probably gonna try a few more times, get 6's stock turbo. Then we put the Pures on. Thanks for watching.